So you're an entrepreneur
Mhm.
after working in a very corporate space for a long time with a lot of big names. What was your what was your moment where you were like, "Yeah, I'm done. I'm going to take a risk on myself and jump into this?" Because as a business owner, as a woman, as a black woman, that is a huge jump and can be a very scary one. And it's a non-parachute moment, actually. Even if you have savings, like, you're moving away from something. And I think a lot of people like the idea of being their own boss,
Mhm.
but do not understand what the responsibility and what the actual experience of not only being your own boss, but being other people's
Yeah.
bosses while being your company.
Yeah. I'll be really honest with you. I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit. Before getting into the wine and spirits business, I was in the music business. I was a street promoter during the time where there was lots of record labels, lots of projects to work, just a really cool time in music. And I had a company with one of my best friends, but I was young. I was 20,
Yeah.
But when I did enter corporate, I always attacked my job and my role as if it was like my own.
Mhm.
So these people got a lot out of me, right? Because I naturally have an entrepreneurial spirit. I think when it comes to the work, like actually being somebody who's like, I'm going to get the work done. What I didn't know and what I wasn't prepared for and what I was a bit naive is the realities of what it is to be an adult entrepreneur. Being 20 is one thing. Being 45 when you decide to do this thing, right? Where everything has been so comfortable for you for years. Expense budgets, Delta One,
Oh,
all the things
so good.
where you're like, I'm comfortable. Vacations, lots of different kind of
Direct
wine collection,
deposit.
direct deposits, healthcare. I was very, very naive to the struggles of women entrepreneurs. And I say that because I think that's probably one of the things that I felt a little guilty about in this journey. I had so many friends and people that I knew that were entrepreneurs, and I wasn't really stopping to think about what they were going through
Mhm.
because I was in this. I was comfortable, and so fast forward to the brand will be 3 years in October. Fast forward to now, where I'm now 5 years in. So 2 years to actually build and then launch, and now 3 years since launch. This is hard as fuck, and I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm not
That's just that's completely appropriate for around
This
here.
is this
It's
has
hard.
been the most jarring experience, second to being a teenage mom that I've ever had. And the moments I was watching this thing the other day where this entrepreneur on Instagram was like, entrepreneurship, you could have 53 cents in the bank one day and you could have $50,000 in the bank the next day. Um, that is what it is.
Mhm.
And for someone who took basically $1 million of her own money because she had it to do it and invested in this business 5 years later to like, I got $5 in the bank, and people saying, you're so graceful. Oh my God, you do this thing so well. And inside you're thinking, this is so hard. And so it has been really, really difficult. And luckily, I'm built for this.
Yeah.
Luckily, I recognize that God built me with everything I need to do this. But have there been days where I am just like, what did I get myself into? And that I have to dig so deep in the courage and the belief that's required to keep going? 1000%. Have there been those 53 cents in the bank days? For sure. Will there be more? Likely. Is the brand doing well? Are we doing the things that we need to do, the building blocks? Yes. But there is no doubt about the journey of a Black and brown woman founder is hard. And I appreciate everyone saying, you're so graceful. I mean, I don't really know any other way to be. I happen to be a graceful person. Because if I wasn't, I'd be sitting there like, do you know what I went through today? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't think that's the way, right? I mean, I have those talks with God, and I go through that grunt and that hard stuff with with my faith. But I'm fully awake and fully aware of how difficult the road has been for so many of my sisters who are out here doing this.
Yeah.
And we are under supported by our own. We are under supported by our allies. We are often left to navigate. Do I just say what it is? Do I not say it because I don't want people to be like, she's mad and she's this and right?
Yeah.
We are in those spots. But are we built for it? We built for it.